Krift, the editor of the Montgomery Advertiser, the local newspaper here in town, and I am super excited to be with you because we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna read a book, and I love to read books, but I gotta tell you, there is something I do not love that makes me uncomfortable, and a lot of people like them. They love roller coasters, but me, big heights, going fast down, I do not like it. Makes me uncomfortable. I bet you have something that makes you uncomfortable too. Am I right? Well, today we're gonna read a book, and it's gonna talk about a little boy that gets a little uncomfortable sometimes too. But before we start reading, let's look at the cover. And what do you see? I think we can learn a lot by looking at this cover, because when you look at book covers, you can learn a lot. And here, I see two little kids outside enjoying themselves so much and enjoying life, and they're playing with kites. And look at this. They have the biggest smiles. I am betting they are the best of friends. Wow. You know, also before we start, we should talk about about the synopsis of this book. Whoa! Big word, synopsis. What does that mean? Really, it's just a big old word that means what the book is about. And in this case, Beny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged is about a little girl talking about her friend Beny, who's autistic. Because he's autistic, he has some unique traits. He really loves trains, everything about trains. And he loves cupcakes, but they cannot have sprinkles. And he does not like to be hugged, and he does not like loud noises, and he covers his ears. But despite all of this, his friend likes him just the way he is and accepts him just the way he is. And that's what makes her the greatest and truest of friends. It's those differences between the two of them that don't get in the way of her accepting him who he is. How awesome is that? You know, she likes Beny even though he is fussy. Fussy? What is that word? Well, don't worry, it is our word of the day. F-U-S-S-Y, fussy. And what does fussy mean? It's okay if you don't know. This is what's so great about reading. When you read, you see new words, you ask what they are, and you learn them, and your vocabulary gets way big. Fussy. It means unhappy or difficult to please. I'm guessing that you probably have a friend that's fussy. And I'm guessing if you have a brother or sister, they can get fussy too. And don't tell your parents I said this, but I am betting they get fussy. Am I right? Because you know what? I'm a big adult too, but I get fussy. It's just, everybody has that sometimes, right? You might even get fussy too. We all do. All right. We're almost getting to that time where we're gonna read Beny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged by Zetta Elliott and illustrated by Purple Wong. It's a great book. But before I start reading, we need to talk about what great readers are. Do you know what a great reader is? A great reader, one, makes connections. So when I'm reading, I'm betting, because I know I'm in a room with a lot of great readers, you're gonna make a connection to this book. And then the other thing you're going to do is you're going to share your thoughts off those connections. This is what a great reader does. And it's okay, I know I'm on video right now, and there's a real hard way for me to stop, you think, but there is. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put a thumbs up, and you're gonna say, yo, thumbs up. I want to share my thoughts with the people in the room. And then you're going to hit that pause button and you're going to stop. Don't worry. I'll be on the other side when you hit play again. But you're going to hit stop and you're going to share your thoughts with the people in the room. All right? So let's do this. Let's have a lot of fun. Let's read a great book because reading is fun. We're going to do it every day for the rest of our lives. We're going to learn a lot from it. All right? So let's start. Beny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged by Zetta Elliott. Remember, let's be a good reader, share our thoughts, make connections. Okay, let's do this. Bear with me as I open the book. Beny likes trains that chug along the track. Beny likes to eat seedless grapes for his snack. He's eating a green grape. I don't know if you can see that, but it's green. Me personally, I like red grapes. It's the difference between the two of us, me and Beny. Beny plays with quiet kids like Miko and Zach. But Beny doesn't like to be hugged. Beny likes cupcakes that aren't covered in sprinkles. Beny likes clothes that don't have any wrinkles. Look at his family member there ironing out his clothes to make sure they don't have wrinkles. That's so sweet of him. Beny can name the brightest star, and he knows why it twinkles. Look at that telescope he's using. But Beny doesn't like to be hugged. Sometimes Beny cries when the room gets too loud. He covers his ears. Sometimes he twirls away from the rest of the crowd. When I tell a joke, Beny doesn't always smile. And he can act fussy every once in a while. That means that he can get unhappy. But Beny's my best friend, and I like him a lot. If he needs things done in a certain way, I don't give it a second thought. Because true friends accept each other just the way they are. And being different is what makes us unique, like a snowflake or a star. The end. That was an awesome book. I bet you had a favorite part. I had a favorite part too. My favorite part was when his family member ironed all of his clothes because he wanted to have wrinkleless clothes. And that was really nice of the family member. I also loved that his friend accepted him just the way he is. You know, his plate of food had to be a particular way, but she didn't mind. She didn't necessarily make him feel bad about that, and that was great. You know, I made a connection. I bet you made connections. My connection was, it reminded me of my son, because he's autistic too. And sometimes he gets uncomfortable with loud noises, but he gets through it and he makes it through just like Beny does, and that's okay. You know, one of the reasons I love to read is because I make connections like this to a book. It reminds me of my own life, and it also opens up worlds that I never would have imagined existed. It could be up in the sky, in the stars. It could be down below in the ocean. It could be in a classroom that's different than mine. It could be about math. It could be about dinosaurs. It could be about baseball. I love baseball. It could be about basketball and the greatest basketball player in the world, Steph Curry, because we all know he's the greatest shooter in the world. And that's what makes reading great, and that's why you should do it every day. It opens you up to new words like fussy and synopsis, and it's just an awesome activity. Am I right? I think I am. Speaking of activities, I've got an activity I would love for you to complete, and I chose the giant jigsaw puzzle. And I cannot wait to see how this book inspired you to color and design this puzzle in the greatest way imaginable. I want you to have so much fun with this and express yourself artistically. Really, really make sure that book puts you in a place that, you know, allows you to share your thoughts through the activity, okay? The other thing is I need to tell you before we stop this video is I had the most awesome time with you, because reading is awesome. I can't wait to see what you create within that activity. I can't wait when we get to see each other face to face maybe someday, and you come up to me and you say, you know what? Ever since we read on video together, I've been reading 30 minutes a day, every single day. My vocabulary, super big. Know what the word synopsis means now, know what the word fussy means now. I know all these other words because I've been reading just like you told me. And you know what, you're gonna go to mgmreads.org so you can get more stories. Excuse me, mgmreads30.org, I said that wrong. And you're gonna find these stories and you're gonna continue to read 30 minutes a day. So what I'm gonna say to you from now is goodbye. Thank you so much for sharing the last 10 minutes or so with me while we read Beny Doesn't Like to Be Hugged. It was awesome, and you have a great day, and keep on reading, y'all. Take care, bye.
We are so glad you tuned in for today's storybook reading. Don't forget to visit us at mgmreads30.org for follow-up activities for this book and more. Also, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and make sure you don't miss our weekly drawings and contests. That's all for now. See you next time.